What's up YouTube and welcome to Kennen Ahri Rally, a deck that Gamebreaker recently hit rank 1 in Europe with, therefore should be very much competitively viable. So in its core this is a somewhat aggressive, elusive combo deck, let's say. The idea here is that we level up our champions fairly consistently, Kennen and Ahri, by recalling cards like Dancing Droplet or Kennen a gazillion times. Both of them have great benefits from being recalled, either drawing cards or getting Mark of the Storm for some board control. So while we level our champions, we try to disrupt our opponents. We have cards like Concussive Palm, Homecomings, Denies, Nopifies to stop their game plan a bit. Of course, Mark of the Storm from Kennen. Maybe we can use some Ahri champion spell in Charm to remove a key threat. And we have multiple ways of closing out the game. The most consistent one is going to be having a leveled Ahri with an offensive Twin Disciplines and a couple of elusives next to her. So you can get that long attack chain going. You can protect Ahri easily with Nopifies or Denies, or you can protect that elusive chain so it doesn't get interrupted with cards like Twin Disciplines as well. And another thing that's a bit unique about this deck is we only play one non-allegiance card, as in Golden Aegis. One rally will generally be enough to close out any game. We don't really need more. And another way of getting that consistently is Scattered Pot. Golden Aegis is the only slow speed spell in this deck, so if you're looking for a rally, you can just use that pot to get it into your hand, guaranteed. And another card that really deserves a shout out is Gangplank Wayfinder. I think for most of you that shouldn't be a surprise. It's been the staple in Kennen Ahri decks for a long time. And even after the nerfs, now that it's forced to pull two different one-cost units, both Kennen and Dancing Droplet are absolutely amazing in this deck at any stage of the game, and therefore the card is just really good in this deck. Keep in mind that there are also other versions of this deck that have been very successful. For example, What Am I hit rank 1 on the NA ladder with a splash of 3 copies of Go Hard instead of Golden Aegis, and some other people have been finding success with a Shurima splash with 2 copies of Absolver to get a better Ahri combo finish. But either way, the core of the deck is the same, and this one actually felt the nicest to me. And I very much agree with all the text that Gamebreaker did here with the ratios on everything. The list feels very smooth, very strong, and very rewarding to play. Be warned though, the deck is incredibly skill intensive to play. You always need to adapt to the matchup and to every situation depending on your hand and the board state. Nonetheless, I'll try to give you a couple of pointers to get a rough idea of how to play this deck. So for mulligans, pretty important. Most of the time you'll keep Wayfinder, it's such a key card in the deck, and you're generally keeping Dancing Droplet and your champions. If you already have a Droplet in hand, or maybe even a Kennen, I'd also consider keeping Navori Conspirator. And if your hand is really good, then you can also start considering things like Recall, maybe Retreat, especially if your opponent's deck runs removal for cards like Dancing Droplet or your champs. Furthermore, most of the cards in this deck are pretty cheap and low value, so you'll want to draw a lot throughout the course of the game. So be wary that Dancing Droplet is really important and it's often worth protecting. And that's also the card that will level up your Kennen most often because you'll have played it 5 times. And the last thing is definitely plan ahead. That's very important. Keep in mind which threats your opponent's deck has and what you need to use Concussive Palm, Homecoming, Deny, Nopify on. Set up your big combo turns with Ahri or a rally, and ideally, if your opponent can disrupt the elusive chain, keep some mana for protective spells open. With that being said, I've had a lot of fun playing this deck. It might not be that fun to play against it just because of all of the cheap and unfair stuff that this deck can do, but playing it yourself feels very rewarding, and it feels like you have a lot of agency over the outcome of the game. So if you still need some inspiration on how to play this deck, here are a bunch of gameplay examples. Some will be taken from a tournament I played, so you can see how this is actually going to be played competitively, but some are also taken from the ranked ladder.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
One parley on my opponent's side. It's probably worth playing the Droplet. But Make It Drain is an issue. One keep.
Bounty Bowl knows
Oh, I could greed it here. Like, if I make my opponent play Make It Rain, I also slow them down significantly.
Wild hearts should run free.
If I hadn't drawn the second droplet, I would never do this. Sweet. So probably no Make It Rain in hand. Definitely sacking one droplet here. Sure. No, we kind of have to do it.
Hide and seek, huh?
What a top deck.
First step's the hardest.
Well, 1 out of 30. 1 out of 31. It happens every now and then. How to insta-lose a game. Holy smokes.
Extra hands never hurt. Like a fish in water.
Looking for a daring escape?
If my opponent has a champion, I don't think I can win anymore. Let's just drop that into Feyfolk. Not too much merit in attacking. Retreat Cannon, return Feyfolk as a play. I think it's this into end round. My opponent might go for a 6 mana harpoon here. Okay, nice. Very nice. Your opponent still has 1 zap card. I think the warning shot was not from zap. I kind of lost focus when I missed the legions.
You call that sneaky?
More strange.
Think you're fast enough? Ready.
I think once we're at or 7 HP, once we get the lifesteal through once, we don't need Fey Folk anymore. Palm this or offensive Twin Disciplines here. Palm plays around Harpoon. Palm feels better. And then Cannon can get Harpooned, but I think that would be fine. Okay, that's rough, because now I'm dead to a Dreadway into Warning Shot, and if I recall correctly, they still have a Warning Shot, so I need to open attack. Probably Ahri. Still missing one recall. Can I win this? Or Cannon to spam a lot of... But then I'm not leveling Ahri. I should have kept track of my opponent's hand. I think they didn't play the card yet that was drawn by Zap. They had a million opportunities to play Make It Rain. That means it can either be the one of Warning Shot. No, it can only be Warning Shot, because Parley is a one-off and Three Sisters is a one-off. Like, if they didn't play a Zap yet, that's a Warning Shot, and it's looking like my opponent's setting up a Dreadway and then Burst Speed for 6. That's why I have to open attack here. And Dreadway is likely the way they've been playing. They didn't have a player on turn 3. They only top decked the Grifter on 4. Is it Twin now? I need Rally, Cannon. I can't make her vulnerable to a Harpoon now. So play this. Aegis, have Twin Disciplines mana. Technically still winnable.
I am lightning. I break the wind.
Okay. So my opponent wants to go for Parley here. I think this is a win though, if I'm not mistaken. I only need the elusives with this twin. I guess double Warning Shot kills me. But I think there can only be one left. No, wait, this Warning Shot was actually... Oh, they didn't play Yordle Grifter. I mixed up the games. That was last game. Completely mixed up the games. This was the very aggressive start, right? That Allegiance miss really did tilt me, I suppose. Does that save them? Oh, Dreadway can block to the very left and survive. That's actually a problem. Oh, but I can kill it off with Cannon. Wait, I think my opponent could have survived here. But they wouldn't have had a board left. So we probably win anyway. They play something. We just homecoming it back to hand right away. Ooh, GG's. Through an Allegiance miss and an insane aggro start. Damn. Stack can pop off.
Remember this moment.
That's unfortunate. I feel like my lineup should have been super favored into my opponent. Let's see what we can get done. Nopeify. If I had Droplet or Cannon, I would probably keep it.
The forest and I are one. The forest surrounds us.
Hey, no catalyzer, let's go. Please no Allegiance Web.
Eyes open.
Let's go. We can hit Allegiance, let's go. I think we can let Cannon die. Just need Droplet to stay alive.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
We'll make them pay.
Apparition, I got you.
No twin, can't contest Veigar here. So I mill the return if I play retreat, but that's fine. F9. Mill a card if I swing here. And Ron's good.
The forest surrounds us.
About time to find Cannon, so we want to recall Wayfinder.
Easy does it.
Too slow.
Oh dear.
I don't care about milling a card anymore, I think.
Witness true power. Together, Senna, we can rule the world.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to you, little guy.
Group shot. I could just let this die. Opponent can't get an extra darkness this round. I think I prefer this though for the Ahri level up.
The world's heart beats with mine.
Looking for a daring escape?
Man, do I even risk to whiff the top deck here? One off on an open attack. Actually, my opponent can't oh, stress defense, yeah.
Everyone here? Let's go.
Let's go! We didn't whiff Allegiance. This looks a lot like a stress defense setup.
What wondrous discoveries await below?
My hello there, little low. You are quite slightly.
Okay, so we're assuming Ahri tanks a stress defense here.
No way.
Might even be double stress defense at this point. Deny for a box. This looks about right.
Persistence is key. Easy does it.
Alright.
Too slow. This is Tempest style.
Better player. Okay. Didn't see Eyeless Ahri Kennen. Gamebreaker brought it to Fight Night EU. Homecoming might be a keep. Maybe Palm is better. Nah, I like Homecoming. Did I try the Go Hard version? Not really. I assume that this one should be better. But after I managed to miss Allegiance even with this deck, I got really sad. Something useful, please. There were like 6, 9, 12, 13 useful draws. Palm a goat. That seems like inting. Palm recall. It's probably Palm, to be honest. Because I can recall the guy later on. Is there a big difference between NA and EU on skill level or dex play? I will not comment on this, I just have a beautiful little NA command.
Everyone here? Let's go.
I mean, there's definitely like regional differences in playstyles. And one could argue that certain regions are harder or less hard than other ones, but hey, I don't want to be that guy. If you've been following Runeterra Academy League, Broken Ball is farming. And hey, so hard, it's funny. No, I haven't, but yeah. I'm not super surprised. Yeah, I can stun it this turn, then it saves Homecoming for later. It's probably the best play. I think I'll start off with Recall, because my opponent put a single combat on the stack earlier on, right? So they'll try to single combat now, then I get Retreat Return. Ouchmart it. Or Homecoming now? Seems worse, to be honest. Keep Homecoming for a big threat.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles.
Just let this go through. I might need the Wayfinder again, that's why I'm hesitant. Palm Dude could block. Let's see what we draw first. Yeah, I think letting this go through is fine.
I gotcha.
I'll assume this is a list without the rally. Okay, now I can let some units die on the blocks. I can maybe find lethal through sheer elusive pressure soon. Like Twin Disciplines in a rally.
We were never fated to bow.
They cannot hide.
Let's see, we want to bounce cannon.
Let me see your technique.
Phantom block actually doesn't do anything.
I see every move.
It will be done.
You cannot win.
Do we even bounce Pantheon?
Patience is a virtue, but not too much. Think you're fast enough?
Yeah, I think I just play Shadow Assassin Droplet, and next turn I just go swing into rally. This is fine, right? I don't need this cannon. Just rally is not fine. I can play Palm, it's not much of a cost. Okay, so probably no single combat left. I guess they can have sharp sights though. Still, I think it's rather unlikely that my opponent actually runs Aegis here. I'm not sure if I want to find out though. Open attack can get punished by multiple sharp sights. Feels yeah, it feels like it's open attack. I'm just assuming this is the same list that I played against before in the tournament. Oh, not playing Pantheon looks like a mistake. Pantheon can at least roll elusive. Alright. We should have this. Even if our opponent rolls...
We are all
There's no elusive, right?
Cannot hide.
stand up.
Oh, there is an elusive. I always forget that it doesn't show as a keyword. It's just like an animation that you can't really see behind Spell Shield plus elusive. Still lethal. So even in worst case scenario, we still have lethal. A G to the G.